What's up, collectors and all Transformers enthusiasts? Today I'm going to be taking a look at the recently revealed pictures for Transformers Studio Series Revenge of the Fallen, Jolt and Sideswipe. Yes, we finally get some pictures of Jolt, and I don't think I like it at all. I've got a 50-50, but we're gonna go ahead and discuss that in a minute. Let's go ahead and first start with Sideswipe, and as you can see, it's kind of more of the same. This is kind of a remolded version of the previous incarnation of the Studio Series Sideswipe, you know, the Dark of the Moon version with the no roof and all that good stuff. But as you can see, it looks amazing. You can see that pretty much everything translates really well, and for the color distribution, it's a little bit more advanced than the Dark of the Moon, and it's to be expected because it's essentially, you know, an upgraded version of that. And it's a little weird because we're supposed to get this one first and then the Dark of the Moon second, but anyway, whatever. You can see that for the sculpted in detail, it translates really well and it's really accurate to the movie representation. You can see that pretty much everything is on the spot, and for the color distribution is on point. And just, I love that metallic, you know, silver that he has all around, and that dark gray looks really nice and really accurate as well to the movie representation. For articulation, you can see that pretty much everything is the same. You can tell that he's really well articulated, just like the Dark of the Moon version is, and you can see that it also brings the blades, and you can tell that it transforms pretty much exactly the same because you already see the tabs on the blades and the tabs on the wing that he has on the back. And I believe it's pretty much more of the same. The only difference is gonna be on the roof. You know, we got a few steps added to the Dark of the Moon mode, but other than that, that's pretty much it for that. Speaking of the Dark of the Moon Sideswipe, for comparisons, you guys can see, you know, the differences that they had. As you can see, they're not, you know, that different. You can see that pretty much everything is the same. The only difference is the color distribution, that, you know, the new one is a little bit more darker and a little bit more advanced on color, and you can see there's a little bit more silver all around. In terms of the weapon, I don't know if this one is going to bring the weapons, but you can see, you know, that the blades are pretty much exactly the same, and like I told you a minute ago, they're going to transform pretty much exactly the same. The only difference is the roof. You can see that he's rocking a backpack now, and I don't know how I feel about that because, you know, that I hate backpacks, but, you know, from the front it looks really nice and really accurate, and both of them do a really nice job interpreting the previous incarnations of themselves, and you can see that pretty much everything is the way it's supposed to be. And now moving on to Jolt, well, I kind of 50-50 about this guy. You know, I have mixed feelings. From the front, don't get me wrong, it looks fantastic. You can see the sculpted in detail is on the spot. On accuracy, I cannot tell you that, you know, if he's accurate or not because we only saw him for 3 seconds. It looked pretty much those 3 seconds of those pictures that, you know, I got on top, one on the left and one on the right. That's pretty much the entire appearance of the movie. And so I just can't tell you if this guy is accurate or not, but you can see that pretty much is blue, and everything that he needs to, you know, be Jolt, it's pretty much on the spot. You can see that for the hands, he's rocking those hands that, you know, he uses to pretty much mix Jetfire and Optimus Prime. But just, I mean, look at that backpack. I don't know if you're gonna be able to articulate him much, but just, he looks like a box, honestly. And I'm kind of disappointed because they had a lot of time, and I mean a lot of time, to engineer, you know, some goodness. And I don't know, I feel like the Studio Series line is on a level of standards that they cannot, you know, underdo, and I don't know if that means the standard. I mean, he's accurate, he is, you know, he's blue, that's pretty much all I can tell you, but I don't know about the backpack. You can see that every panel just hangs just from the sides, the back, the neck, everything just, it looks so ugly. And just, again, this guy is gonna be just those Transformers that you get them out of the box and you just place it on your collection, and that's pretty much it. You're not gonna be able to pose him, and you're not gonna be able to do much with it. And if you like the vehicle mode, just transform it and leave it there, because I don't know if I'm gonna get some sweet poses out of this guy. You guys know that I love posting my figures and do some B-rolls on my channel, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that with this guy. And just, I hate backpacks. That's just, it's a no-no for me. And again, he does look good, you know, making that clear. He does look good from the front. You know, for comparisons, you guys can see what I'm talking about. This is the previous incarnations of Jolt. We got the Dark of the Moon and the Revenge of the Fallen figures, and you can see that he looks way better and super accurate, you know, to his 3-second appearance. And again, it looks really nice. But I don't think this is the better Jolt. There are a lot of Jolts, surprisingly, for a Transformer that appeared for 3 seconds. He has a lot of figures under his name, and I don't think this is the best one, honestly. On accuracy, he might be the more accurate, you know, from the front, because as you can see, you know, those pictures that I have, he does not look at, you know, all that backpack that the figure has, so that's not accurate at all whatsoever. And again, they had a lot of time to make this figure. They had years upon years to make a good quality figure, and I just feel like this is not it. And last but not least, for the vehicle molds, you can see that they look amazing. I love the rims that Sideswipe is rocking, and you can see that he looks fantastic. Super accurate to the movie representation. And in terms of Jolt, I honestly don't even remember his vehicle mold on the movie, so I'm gonna say this is accurate because I had searched for the vehicle, and you know, it's pretty much exactly the same as the real life representation. But in terms of the movie, again, I cannot tell you this guy is accurate at all because again, 3 second appearance. You can see the 3D color distribution, it looks amazing. Everything translates really well, as well as sculpted in detail. And you can also see that he's rocking, you know, those blades or connectors that he uses on the movie, you know, to connect Optimus with Jetfire. So that's nice as well, and it's actually accurate because you can see, you know, the color and all that good stuff. And we got to see, you know, those blades and actions for those amazing 3 seconds. nah, I'm just kidding. But you know, overall, it looks accurate, you know, to the actual real vehicle representation. And you can see that it even has the logo on the front and all that good stuff. Moving on to the comparison with the previous incarnations of the figures, you can see that, you know, they have both improved a lot, you know, since, you know, back then. You can see that for Sideswipe, he's rocking now some rims, and they look, you know, realistic to actual rims, as well as the wheels and all that good stuff. You can see that just the color distribution and sculpted in detail is way better and way realistic than his previous incarnation. And you can see that he's rocking the actual Corvette logo on the hood. And in terms of Jolt, you can see that the rims are look more realistic, as well as the grille and the logo on the front. And you can see that for the glasses, they're actually kind of tinted black, and it's a little bit more realistic to actual real life. And you can see that the pictures that I have on the right, you know, they're tinted as well, and that is the actual vehicle that they use, you know, for the movie. So in terms of improvement, they both have improved, and they look way better than the previous incarnation. So for me, I'm still 50-50 on Jolt, but it's completely worth it to pick him up because you can see that the vehicle mode and the front of the raw mode look fantastic. But with that being said, that brings us to the end of the video, guys. As always, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm really interested in knowing your opinion on the subject, especially your opinion on Jolt, and you know, if you like that backpack or not, and if you're gonna go ahead and pick both of them up. But with that being said, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoy it. If you did, please leave a like. It really helps you to algorithm and helps my videos get out there in a while. So if you get anything, any value to make content, please subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. But this is pretty much it for Transformers Studio Series Revenge of the Fallen, Jolt and Sideswipe.